What's going on, fellas? This your boy B with the Beard. This is the B with the Beard show. And I got my man, TheMarcofGenius, here today. We're here in this beautiful shop. He just got done showing you various steps, how to use a straight razor, how to shape up your beard, how to shape it up depending on how the structure of your hair, your head. And so there's a lot of great information. Go check that out. But we got him. He took his time today, and I definitely appreciate that for definitely taking your time to really give you guys some game as far as when you're going to the barber shop. And even if you're not just going to the barber shop, even if you are a barber or even if you are an inspiring barber, I wanted to talk to Mark. I wanted him to talk to you. First off, what he does, how did he get started, what currently he has going on. He has a lot of things going on. And so I pretty much wanted to get started there.
Afternoon, gentlemen. My name is Mark Ford, TheMarcofGenius on Instagram and Twitter. I'm a barber, professional groomer. I've been doing this well over 20 years now. I'm young, but I started young. I started out at 13. One of my good friends my man was an artist. Some people just naturally inclined to do things. Some people can draw out of the gate. My man he was a good friend of mine. Shout out to Jay Thompson. He could do everything, man. Cut paper, draw, color. He was, just a natural artist. So one day he goes, "Hey man, I'm going home and I'm gonna go cut my brother." We were 12 years old. He's like, "I'm gonna go cut my older brother's hair." And I'm like, "No way you're about to cut your older brother's hair." He's in high school, we're in middle school, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm about to go cut my older brother's hair." I'm like, I gotta see this happen. So I went to his house, watched him cut his brother's hair. I'm like blown away. Like, wow. My guy he can do this. So I'm like, "How did you learn?" He said, "Man, I just been going to the barber shop and been watching this guy, man, just really watching his technique." And he said, "I thought I could do it." I tried it out, and lo and behold, but don't try this at home. Some people have artistic talent for a reason, and that was his gift. So I said, "Man, I'm next." Hop in the chair. My man laced me up. I was like, "Man, this is crazy." So I was like, man, I've got to try this. So I tried it on my younger brother. Came out just kind of okay, I didn't have his ability, his natural gift, but it wasn't horrible. So I was like, I think I can try this again. So I went over his house again, we talked, watched him do a few other people. I went to my barber, started paying attention with a different eye. I was like, okay, maybe this is something I can get into. I'm definitely a product of a single parent home, so money wasn't, flowing like I wanted it to. So I wasn't getting the haircuts as often and staying as presentable as I like to. Right. So you getting in middle school, you getting into girls now, you're trying to be on top of your presentation, and I'm like, the only way to do it is to do it myself. The funds were low. So I said, I'm gonna skip this haircut, Mom, and I'm gonna ask you to buy me a pair of clippers. So I got my pair of clippers, and I went to work. Started younger brother practicing. Practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? You're gonna do anything. You're gonna need models. You're gonna need training. You know what I mean? And as I got older, I was like, this is something I can do. I was like, got out of high school, had job after job, but I always cut hair. I kind of had a clientele after that. Myself, my brother, a bunch of close friends and their younger brothers. And I was like, I can do this. Checked into school, and the rest was history. And I like to say, here I am, late 30s now, and a lot has come from this. I've been able to, literally, I cut myself through college. I paid,
paid my way through
college. I have a 4-year degree in communications. By the grace of God, I started a family. Paid off my student loans, paid off vehicles, all by this amazing craft. And it is a beautiful thing to have. And now here I am, and I'm trying to do a whole nother level, reach a whole nother level of professionalism with this business. A lot of people. And this is what irks my soul, man, is to see brothers, sleep in their chair, waiting for another client, treating this like a hustle. This is not the dope game. It's not, You know, it's nothing like anything else.
Right.
This is a profession. It literally is. You know.
Let me pause it. It was a key. He said you treat it like a hustle, and I think that we don't talk about. Hustle. I think it's one of those words that is loosely used in our community, and we use and hustle is supposed to be. It's like it's cool to hustle. I get it. There is some hustle to it. You have to hustle, but you have to get to a point to where you're not just hustling no more. You are a professional at this.
Yes.
And this is what Mark is talking about in his grooming studios. Is like how you go from being a hustler to becoming a professional.
And how you do that is your hustle needs direction. You must get guidance. You must seek mentorship. You must have someone in the business and outside of the business that you can learn from. You know, you've got people in there's so many industries but everything is ultimately related. Everything matters. The same way I have marketing professionals and dentists in my chair, I treat my business the same way they do. I approach it the same way. I market, I study, I apply myself, and I go out and I seek mentorship. I'm constantly trying to find more information that I can apply to myself. It's never enough. So that's where your hustle comes in. It's an energy. It's a positive energy. It's a drive that you put forth. But you cannot hustle if you're sitting in the chair like this waiting for someone to walk in. That's not hustling. It's you're wasting your own time. Now, if you're going home, studying on the internet, looking for a photographer, networking with clients to barter your business in, now that's a hustle. Now that's energy and drive that you're putting forth to reciprocate business. You always everything has to be reciprocated. You're putting out energy so you can receive energy. So that's what's ultimately important. Like, if you're not trying to find the next business angle to apply to yourself, don't expect anything back. Nothing positive, at least. You're going to be waiting. And the waiting game is not what you want to apply yourself to. You want to be proactive in everything that you do so that you can get back business. When you finally do get that client in the chair, you're going to be having conversation with that client. Find out what they like. Find out what they don't like. Find out if they have children, uncles, family members. That's your network now.
There you go.
If you're not speaking into existence new clients, you're not going to get any new clients. So that's what I'm constantly doing. I'm talking to them. Oh yeah, what does your father-in-law do? You know what I mean? Like, just trying to drum up a way to get that man in my chair.
A closed mouth never gets fed.
Ever.
Never gets fed.
So I'm constantly talking to people about the next way to get the next client, the next better client. Because you got some people in your chair you don't want back. You know what I mean? You got some people in your chair that you need more from. You know what I mean? And we each need each other. And as well as you want to help that client in your chair, find ways to help that client. If you have a client in your chair that you know they have a certain business going on, they rap, they sell cologne, whatever it may be, think you've got another client that you can connect them with. And when you make those connections for them, you're doing something for other people. When you do something for other people, whether you ultimately want it back or not, it's gonna come back around for you. So that's what I try to do. It's a lot of networking, a lot of helping people, and ultimately you wind up helping yourself. Now you gotta give.
Now, what as in this profession, what has been some of your challenges that you had to overcome? Because when you're getting started, you don't have no clients. You know, I mean, and if you do, you don't have that many clients to meet. You know, to put a roof over your head, making sure you got your cars paid for, your schooling's paid for. So, how did you overcome those obstacles? What did you do?
It was a process, a multifaceted process. You have what's called promotions. You know, you've got to come up with great ideas to not just lure, but entice someone to give you that chance. One of my first promotions was half off of your first service. I'm going to give you this service for half off because I'm going to give you such a great service. You're going to want to come back and not just pay full price, but tip next time. Right. I'm going to go out of my way to please you, to give you everything, exceed expectations. And I love this quote. I live by quotes. My favorite one is under promise, over deliver.
Absolutely.
I mean, it throws people off when you say this cut is $15 right now, but your next one, you know, is X amount of dollars, and you give them a $50 service. They're like, what? Yeah. Take this.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, take some more.
Matter
of fact, I'm bringing my boy next time.
Absolutely.
So under promise and over deliver, man. Never try to take from someone, man. I've been around barbers, man, and they're like, they assume this client's not coming back off the top. So they try to get as much as they can right now. Never think short term. Right. If you charge $20 and you're like, well, I might not see this guy again. Let me try to get 25 or 30 right now. Right. You just stepped on your own toes. Right. This person is more than likely, and you know, not to put it out there, but there are some clients that literally pay my cell phone bill. They come that often to where I can count on that person as my cell phone bill. I have families that pay my car note. I've got a father, son, and a nephew. And they come in so often and regular that this is that bill taken care of. And you've got to look at it like that. You know, this is not a hustle. This is a profession. And you have bills. And they're coming and they're not going to stop. So you've got to look at, what is my overhead? How do I get this person, keep this person, and then allow them to help me build on top of that? So definitely the promotions, man. Under promise, over deliver 10 times out of 10, man. Give them an experience that they can't find anywhere else. You know, you got to talk to them about what they like and don't like. Learn from them. You know, people like to talk. Right. They like to talk about themselves. Allow them to. You know, some people are just quiet and they're artists. You know, they may just cut hair and this is all I do. Right. Talk to people, man. You never know what you may learn. Absolutely. And that's one of the blessings of this business, you know, kind of off subject, but I've been able to cut every kind of man there is. Professionals, hustlers, you know, every career profession there is. Right. You know, people who have had it and lost it, got it back. People who've never had anything. People who've always had everything. And I've learned so much about life from these people. Right. And, you know, this is one of the greatest professions on earth, to be quite honest with you. I really, really am thankful for what I do. And they say, you know, if you like what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Right. You got it. This is what I have. I found it, man. You know what I mean? I love talking to people. Man, you know, just doing what I do allowed me to find you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just happen to be talking about, you know, how to keep your beard clean. And here comes this brother. I was a little bit intimidated. This is the beard connoisseur. He checking me out. I better have my information on point. And there he was. He was like, yo, man, I like what you did. Absolutely. And here we are networking now and people helping people. Absolutely. You know what I mean? And this is an amazing experience just for me to be able to tell my story and I'm praying that I can touch someone else out there. You know what I mean? Put yourself in a position, man, to believe and grow. You know what I mean? Education is everything. The minute you stop learning is the minute you start dying. Right. Learn. And if you're, you know, back to what you said, your question was, in your downtime, if you're starting off, learn. I mean, I didn't have YouTube when I started. And it's almost unfair right now. For y'all getting out there getting started. It's unfair. So if you're complaining, if you're not getting it, it's your own fault. Right. There's too many resources right now. I'm a grown and I'm in my profession and I'm still learning from people out there. Take your time. Take time out of your day to continue to learn. If you're sitting there playing around on Instagram and you're looking at cars and chicks, why? Stop. Right. So you sharpen. So over time, like the tools that you have that you use on men and women, you sharpen different. You're constantly sharpening your skill set. You're constantly, you know,
finding new information. You're constantly finding mentors. Just like when you're using your tools and you're constantly sharpening them. That way, when the time comes and game time, when it comes time somebody sits in your chair and you have to cut their hair, you're prepared. When it comes time where an opportunity opens up, you're prepared. You can constantly sharpen yourself to prepare yourself for any opportunity. That way, it's like if you're already ready, you don't have to get ready.
Every time.
I mean, that's pretty much.
That's exactly what it is.
What it is. So now, as far as if like some of the men who are, young men who are looking to get into this profession, I know for myself, I never knew how lucrative or how lucrative it wasn't. I mean, I just didn't have an idea because it never was my interest.
Right.
So I never just thought about it. But is this a business? I mean, based on what you're saying, this is something that you can get into in this business and have a career for forever.
As long as you're healthy and you got insurance, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. I can honestly tell you there are brothers making $100,000 a year from behind the chair.
Wow.
And I'm not talking owners of the business.
Mm-hmm.
40 hours a week, they math, set your goal, and chip away at it. You know what I mean? You're not going to knock down a tree with one whack.
Absolutely.
But if you're constantly chipping away, that tree's coming down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I really cannot stress enough writing down your goals. See it for yourself. Write it. Thinking something or saying something is just a dream.
Right.
Writing it down gives it power and it lets it be a goal. I have a notebook just for my goals, things that I want to do, things that I'm thinking about doing, things that I may never do, but it was an idea of mine and it came across my mind for a reason.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna put it down just to explore it.
Yes.
I do the research on it. Is it viable? Is it lucrative?
Right.
Is it worth my time? Is it worth further study? Let's apply it.
Absolutely.
Like for instance, I do facials now.
Okay.
And it took me about I purchased the steam machine probably about a year ago just to try it.
Right.
I tested it out on my daughter, and then I tested it out on myself. Just let me see what this does. I did some research on it, and it was cool. And just recently added it to the repertoire about a month ago, man, and clients are loving it. I mean, loving it, man. Getting out the chair like, yo, my skin is glowing.
Yeah.
Like, look a couple shades lighter. Like, hey, you took a lot of that dead skin off and it's cleaned you up. You know what I mean? Opened up your pores and it's giving you a whole new vibrant look, man.
Right.
And then what that does is it creates a whole new what's the word I'm looking for? It gives you a whole new sense of empowerment.
Right.
It gives you that self-confidence. Like, I can go out here and present myself because my presentation has been perfected now. You know what I mean? I'm on point. I feel it. I know it. You know what I mean? And you get one or two compliments, and then you start exuding that energy. You know what I mean? And then when you start putting that energy out, it comes to you after a while.
It's just a snowball effect.
It's a snowball effect. Absolutely.
That's it. Well, listen, man. What can they find you?
Man, you can check us out, royalstatus.biz, www.royalstatus.biz. I have my own website, www.TheMarcofGenius.com, TheMarcofGenius.com. I do booking online only. You can check that out. You can book, get grooming tips. Lots of information on the websites. That's where we are these days.
Absolutely.
Website. I'm also at TheMarcofGenius at TheMarcofGenius at Twitter and Instagram. Trying to figure out this whole Snapchat and all this other stuff, but there's only so much time in the day. But I'm gonna be there for now.
Yeah.
So check us out, man. Want to thank my man, Brother B with the beard, for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening. Check them out.
Listen, fellas, if you have any questions, make sure you go follow this brother, The Mark of Genius. And also, you can check out his links in the description. This is your boy B with the Beard. This is the B with the Beard show. Like always, we out.